Why is Vodafone Idea in Airtel in news?
What is Asia?
Why Supreme Court ordered telecom operators to pay thousands of crores of rupees to government?
If you don't know the answers to these questions and want to know more about the crisis in the telecom sector, stay tuned. In October 2019, the Supreme Court ordered the telecom companies to pay up the dues sought by the government in 3 months. As the companies failed to make the payment within the stipulated time and the review petitions were rejected by the top court, the government on February 14 ordered mobile carriers to immediately pay up. The telecom operators' liabilities towards the unpaid government dues, including interest and penalties, is estimated to be a whopping 1.47 lakh crore rupees. If you are wondering how many zeros are in it, we have it on the screen here.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
The Supreme Court even threatened to initiate contempt proceedings against top executives of these firms for non-payment. To understand the troubles in the telecom sector, let's look at the background of the dispute. After liberalization, under the National Telecom Policy 1994, licenses were issued to companies in return for fees. To provide relief from the steep fee, the government in 1999 introduced a revenue sharing fee model. Under this, the companies were expected to share a percentage of the adjusted gross revenue or AGR as annual license fee and spectrum usage charges. The dispute between the telecom department and operators were mainly on the definition of AGR. The government argues that AGR includes all revenues from both telecom and non-telecom services, whereas the companies claimed that AGR should comprise just the revenue from core services. The companies want revenue from interest, sale of assets, etc. to be outside the purview of AGR. In 2005, the Cellular Operators Association of India challenged the government's definition, and in 2015, the Telecom Dispute Settlement Appellate Tribunal held that AGR will not include capital receipts and revenue from non-core sources. However, in just 4 years in 2019, the Supreme Court upheld the Department of Telecom's definition of AGR and asked the companies to pay all dues. Most companies so far did not pay the fee as they were expecting a favorable verdict from the court. At a time when profits of most telcos are dwindling, asking these companies to cough up such huge amounts will have serious implications to the Indian economy. Vodafone Idea, a joint venture between Britain's Vodafone Group plc and India's Idea Cellular, is the most vulnerable of the mobile carriers. With 13,000 direct employees and loans from banks of about 27,000 crore rupees, if Vodafone Idea is to shut down, it will send shockwaves through India's economy, which is already growing at its slowest pace in 11 years. According to a Reuters report, default of such a large scale will lead to a 40 basis point increase in India's fiscal deficit. Another issue is that Vodafone Idea's exit would essentially leave a duopoly of Bharti Airtel and Reliance Jio. Jio, being a new operator, has not been affected by the court ruling. Without the stiff competition, cheap data and free voice calls may become a thing of the past. For more news updates and explainers, subscribe and follow on Manorama.